Now let us look at the suitable breastfeeding positions. One is side-lying position. In this position is a very good choice for breastfeeding, especially in the middle of the night. Like we've said, the baby should be allowed to roam in with the mother, stay in one bed with the mother, that if this mother is sleeping and the baby cries, the mother won't stand up and move or sit. This mother will just pull out the breast and give to the baby. So, as we teach mothers a side-lying position during breastfeeding, we shall teach them that both them and their babies should lie on the side and tummy of the baby will turn to the tummy of the mother. Then the mother will use the hand on the side the mother is not lying on to cup the breast if they need to feed or to hold the breast. And this mother will bring the baby closer to her body and then lifts the breast into the nipple and in the baby's mouth until the baby is properly latched. Note, when the mother is using a side-lying position, the mother should be advised to remove the excess beddings around the infant because they can pose a suffocation and the baby may die, or even the mother may sleep and forget that the baby is breastfeeding. Here is a simple picture of what we call side-lying position. I believe this is a very common position for most of our mothers, especially when they are just discharged home and when the babies are still very young. Then we have another position we call a football or a clutch method. This method is called football or clutch. When they talk of a clutch, it is the same as football. This position is good for those mothers who have had a cesarean section or even the mother who are breastfeeding twins. So if you look at the above position, that is the side lying, and this mother has a cesarean scar which is still paining, this baby can easily step in the scar and the mother gets a lot of pain. So if the mother has had a scar, a cesarean scar, she may choose on a position like football, or when the mother has more than one babies, like two babies, these babies can be fed together at the same time. And it can also be a very good position for those mothers having very big breasts or flat nipples, or who are having what we call a very strong let down. And how do we teach the mothers to go about them? So the baby will be held besides you in your elbow bent. With the open hand, support the baby's head with the palm of your hand holding the base of the neck. The baby's back will rest on the forearm level with your nipple, and it may be put on the pillow under the baby and your arm. With your other hand, support the breast with a C-shaped hold, and then hold the baby's mouth in the breast. So if you look at this mother is having two babies, and these two babies, the legs are off. So even if this baby steps, the baby won't be able to step in the cesarean scar. So the mother will not feel pain. And two, this mother is having two babies. So she can use this position, and these babies feed together. Like we said, feed on demand. What if both of them are crying at the same time? So this mother can pick both babies and feed them on demand. So even if it was one baby, the legs are off from the scar, so the mother will be able to feed the baby. So the way she's holding the baby is like a goalkeeper holding a ball when it has been shot to him. So that is why it is called football or clutch. Then we have another method we call the cradle hold. To breastfeed the baby in the cradle hold position, the mother should do the following. The mother should position the baby so his head rests in the bend of your elbow. When I talk about this and you are out there, try them out. And as you try them out, you'll be able also to teach them to other mothers. And more so, it can come in ospe. And they tell you that at this station, there is a mother. Teach them her the breastfeeding positions. So in your head, in your mind, you must know the breastfeeding positions and how they should be done. So you should help these mothers how to learn this breastfeeding position, and they choose on which is easier for them and more comfortable for them. So please don't ignore this. It can appear in an ospe scenario. So like I've said, we are using the cradle method, and during the cradle method, the baby's head is resting on the elbow on the side where the breastfeeding breast is, and with a hand on that side supporting the rest of the body. You are seeing this hand is coming to support the rest of the body, and the head is resting on the elbow. And they are saying, cup your breast with the other hand, placing a thumb above the nipple and areola at the spot where the baby's nose will touch the breast. So this mother should use this hand to hold her breast. And you should help the breast touch the nose, in that we are allowing the baby to have what we call which reflex is that? A rooting reflex. And with this rooting reflex, the baby, the moment the nipple will touch the baby's nose, the baby will look for it and then will open the mouth wide. This will help the mother push the whole breast into the baby's mouth and preventing the baby from holding only the nipple. Here, the index finger should be at the spot where the baby's chin will and contact the breast. Lightly compress your breast into the nipple so that the nipple points slightly towards the baby's nose. And now the baby is ready to latch. So this one is helping the baby use the rooting reflex, open the mouth wide, and then the baby will be properly latched. This is common to most of us, but sometimes we should teach the mothers on how to do it. One of the key things that the baby's body should not be very far away from the mother. So the baby's tummy should be right on the mother's tummy, and the whole body of the baby should be supported for this baby to latch properly. Then we have another method we are calling the laid back. And this laid back position is helpful for moms who have smaller breasts, or for newborn babies with sensitive tummies and excessive gas. What will this mother do who is going to use a laid back position? Lean back on the bed or couch, well supported by pillows, in what we call a semi-reclining position, so that when you put your baby tummy to tummy on your body with the head near your breast, gravity will help him be molded to you. This baby will be stuck on the mother. We are going to see in the picture. The baby can rest on you in any direction as long as the whole front of the baby is against you and he can reach the breast. And then they say that the infant can naturally latch on in this position, or you can help by directing the nipple towards the baby's mouth. And once the baby is set up to your breast, you may not need to do much work even to hold this baby. You may just need to lie back and relax. Here is a simple picture. This mother is lying on the pillows behind her, and you see the whole baby is on the mother's body, and she's using one hand to support the breast. And we've said that this is best position for some mothers with very small breasts. So if the breast is very small, even this hand can go away and this mother can relax and the baby is properly latched. These pillows are helping this mother to support the back such that this mother will not get pain. So this can be done in bed with sufficient pillows, or when we are in hospitals, it can be done by raising the head of the bed cradle, such that this mother can raise in a semi-prone position. So those are some of the positions needed during breastfeeding, and mothers should be allowed to pick up a comfortable position. We wouldn't allow or let this mother have problems with breastfeeding or desist from breastfeeding due to problems like when this mother, assume this mother is having an episiotomy, this mother will have a problem with sitting upright onto the episiotomy, but this can be a better position, side lying can be a better position for her in order to support her exclusively breastfeed. So during postnatal, we should be in position to allow or to help this mother adapt a very comfortable position for her to be able to breastfeed. And now, after breastfeeding, what may be the composition of breast milk? We've said the composition of breast milk varies in different stages, especially in the postnatal period. And why God did this? Because these babies are growing up, and at every stage they may need another nutrient for optimal growth. So we are having colostrum, which is secreted in around 1 to 3 days after delivery. It is thick, it is yellow, it is very small, but it has a lot of antibodies, more proteins and vitamins. This colostrum is formed into the maternal breast during pregnancy. But most of the mothers during day 1 will tell you that there is no breast milk, and they would like to give something else which is not breast milk, because they're always complaining, well, so there is no breast milk in the breast. But we should be in position to tell them that put that baby on breast. That very only one drop which is in that breast is very sufficient for the baby at that time. If you remember, during the physiology of the newborn, the stomach capacity 1 is very small. 2, the stomach has no enzymes to metabolize this food. So that only one drop of colostrum is very sufficient for the baby at that time. And if the mother puts the baby on breast immediately, the brain will wake up to start to produce the prolactin, and then the lactation will be established in just a few days. Even some mothers, by the 2nd day, lactation has been established. But it is a matter of allowing them put the baby on breast and psychologically teach them what is real, what is happening, such that they may desist from giving water, glucose, dextrose to these babies in the very first few days. Then we have what we call transitional milk, which comes after colostrum, that is secreted by 1 to 2 weeks. This milk has a lot of fat and sugar, and it has decreased proteins and immunoglobulin content. Remember, immunoglobulin content is inherited with the mother as natural passive to the mother. So this is not consistent, that it will go down as the baby grows. Therefore, the first colostrum was very sufficient for the baby to produce enough antibodies. So as this breast goes into transitional milk, the immunoglobulin content goes down. And it has a lot of fat and sugar, which is just enough for the baby's growth and gaining of energy. And then we have the mature milk, which will be secreted between 10th to 12 days after delivery, which has a lot of water and contains all the nutrients for optimal growth. At this time, the baby may need to quench thirst.